No one can stand Michelle Obama. Nobody can take her. Nobody likes her. Nobody really loves her the way she thinks people love her. They don't. It's I've never seen this con. What delusion is this woman living in, at, or on? She thinks that people just hang on every word. And these this self-absorbed solipsistic nonsense. It's just incredible. It's something I've never seen before. You know, you've got to ask, why do you think anyone finds what you're thinking this interesting? Can you imagine if Laura Bush went on about inner beauty? And I mean, you would think, Laura, what do you, because in order to talk about inner beauty, you're implying that you're the paragon, or you possess some expertise regarding it. It's that simple. That's what they're telling you. That's the thing. That's the beautiful part about this. It's just I don't get it. And when it comes to her, when it comes to this, she has this ability like nobody else to really annoy the living shit out of people. Michelle Obama has, I guess, reached that, I don't know, that particular stage, I guess, of public life. I guess that's what you'd call it. I guess that's what it is. I guess she's now in public life. I she was in public life before. I don't even know what a first lady does. Hell, Melania Trump, we can't even get her to say two words. And this one won't shut up. But she's at that stage where she behaves, and I believe, but she behaves as though the nation, as though you and I somehow owe her emotional management. And we owe her some kind of a warranted attention and applause on an hourly basis. I think she really believes it. I think she really believes it. It's the most incredible thing in the world. She steps forward with another one of these long, and I don't even know what these things are, and I don't watch them, and I see, here and there someone will show me some particular clip in there, but these long dramatic monologues about her feelings and her angst and the Sturm und Drang of being Michelle Obama, her burdens, her hidden struggles, her vague and incontrovertibly insane and demented obsessions over I don't know what. The grievances, the grievances she has about a country that gave her everything, a country that she should be thrilled beyond belief. She went to an Ivy League school based upon reasons I don't understand. I don't get it. She got in on affirmative action, DEI, say what you want. It's not because of any intellectual or academic prowess. That's not what happened. That's not why she's there. She doesn't even get it. She's there and in this and talking about her stupid hair and black woman's hair and the curly hair. Say, shut up. No one knows what she wants because she never says it directly. She simply, I guess, she sighs and complains and gestures to some invisible injustice, then expects you and me and the audience, everybody, to nod in sympathy, like, oh yes, we feel your pain. It's becoming exhausting. It's excruciating. Even people who once defended her, even people who liked her, are now completely asking, what the hell is she even talking about? And that's not good. Let me just say something right now. This is an absolute truth. It is never a good idea for you to ever give a speech where people are asking, what the hell are you talking about? What do you mean? Who does this? Name anybody who's constantly talking about how she's upset. Take the most solipsistic, the most completely self-focused egomaniac out on the market today, and nobody can come close to her in terms of explaining how horrible she is. What is she saying? It's incomprehensible. It is absolute, total, incredible gibberish. Now, I want to say something which is not gibberish, my friends. And I think you know this. And I'm going to say this again to you because now is the time. Now is the time for you to grasp this particular piece, which is very, very critical. Ever since COVID, ever since COVID, millions of Americans have started buying preparedness supplies, food, energy, water purification. Don't forget food, energy, water, and ammo. I can't help you with the ammo, but this I can. And especially the notion of emergency food. And that's a good thing. And the reason why it's good is simply this. But there's a big mistake. There's a big mistake that most people make with their emergency food. It's kind of it's not funny, but it's well, they don't have any way to cook it in a real emergency when the power is out or the grid is down or whatever it is. You got to need that. That's why our friends at the great My Patriot Supply created their Black Friday special. Hurry. This all ends on Black Friday. Can you say Black Friday? I hope so. It comes with a 4-week food supply plus $150 worth of free gifts, including everything you need to prepare your emergency meals, like a cook stove, fuel, fire starters, plus a water purifier, bug out bag, and much, much more. My friend, it's the complete survival kit your family needs to ride out nature's disasters or civil unrest or anything worse. Who knows? Can you rule anything out today? I don't think so. It also makes, believe it or not, a great Christmas gift, but it's only available through Black Friday. So here's what you do. Head to preparewithlionel.com, preparewithlionel.com to check out everything that's included. Preparewithlionel.com. With all the uncertainty in the world, with all the ups and downs and the fear, right now we simply can't afford to be unprepared. You hear what I'm saying? So go to preparewithlionel.com, look around, see for yourself, and get prepared today. That's preparewithlionel.com. Now, my friends, let's go back to this. You know, people have talked about Michelle Obama for a long time, and they said some terrible things about her. And they also talked about the fact that they say she's a man, Big Mike, and they make these jokes. I don't do that. I don't do that. The moment you reduce something to somebody's looks, the moment you do that, you lose everything. You lose the argument. You come across like everybody else. And this is not about what anybody looks like. I know it's fun. I know it's kind of shitty, and I know it's kind of that weird mean girl kind of stuff that people do, and people love to talk about what people look like and whether they're fat or skinny or this or that because it's who we are. Because we live in a world right now where the political arguments are so minuscule, and I just want everyone to understand something. I don't care about the way she looks. It means nothing to me. Now, if somebody does come out, this is important. If somebody that comes out and they have chia pet topiaries like balls coming out of somebody's hair, I think that's interesting. That might be about a hairstyle, which is kind of funny, sort of, but it has nothing to do with her looks. And I do not believe that Michelle Obama is a man. I don't. I don't I don't know where this is. And I don't know, just like when it comes to Brigitte Macron, I'm telling you, be careful with that one. I'm going to say this one more time. Nobody's listening to me. And when it comes to your girlfriend, Candace Owens, you think that lawsuit, that defamation, is just about her claiming that Brigitte Macron, Macron's wife, is a man, right? That's what you think. That's one out of like 19 counts of the complaint. That's a part of it. That is a part of it. So just understand there's some very serious stuff going on there. So I'm not talking about anybody's looks. I'm talking about something about her character or loss thereof. Robert Malloy says, "What do you think Big Mike's packing?" See that? I know you, Mike. I thank you for your. Mike? Do you really think? How many people seriously really think she's a man? Go ahead, say it. Use your opinion. What evidence do you have of that? What did Joan? They always say, "Well, Joan Rivers." What did Joan Rivers say? What did she? What did she? Seriously, what did Joan Rivers say? She said she made. Joan Rivers was a professional comedian, and she was a provocateur, and she says some pretty awful, terrible things. What is the basis for this? What? There's one. There's a couple of actresses, which a lot of people in the know. You would know their name. I'm not going to bring it up. Have said for the longest time, oh, she was definitely born a male, and later, I don't. You say this, it becomes kind of word of mouth. But let me ask you something. How do you know what you're doing? She does not have an Adam's apple. She does not have a thyroid cartilage. She does not have an Adam's apple. Do you seriously think this? I mean, honestly, do you seriously, really, or are you just saying this just because? Oh, look, I just love to stir this shit. I don't know. I don't care. Because seriously, if you go on and I put you on the stand and somebody were to sue you and say, okay, now tell the jury why you say it. Well, do you know a thyroid cartilage versus what? Can you tell them, quote, Adam's apple? You don't think women have a thyroid cartilage? And what is the basis of this? What is your study? We get caught up in this stuff, just like Candace Owens did with Brigitte Macron. And then it gets to be mean. And then it gets me, and then the mean and the scrum starts. I don't understand this. This is Trump does this a lot of times. They get mean. Look, I'm not saying I'd be the first one to tell you. Sometimes it's fun to say crummy stuff about people. Sometimes it's kind of fun. Sometimes, believe it or not, it really is. It's kind of fun. But this is something a little bit different. This is something different. I don't know what she wants. I don't know what Michelle Obama wants because she never says it directly. She sighs and complains and bitches and moans and gestures to some invisible injustice or something. And then she expects everybody to nod in solemn sympathy. Yes, yes. Oh, yes. You are so right. And who are these idiots who interview her? Who are these people? And it was absolutely really weird with that creepy brother of hers. This was weird. And guess what? In the meantime, Obama, Barack's nowhere to be found. He's no interest in this. None. Because even he realizes how stupid this is. Don't you know what this is? It's stupid. It's bothersome. It's a hollow, empty, vacuous basin of nothing. It's exhausting. I mean, people who once defended her, people who really liked her, are quietly really asking, what else is she talking about? And as I said before, it's not good. Her recent statements, I guess, float somewhere between a therapy session and maybe a TED talk, maybe written by a committee of, I don't know, sentimentality consultants or something. It's these people now. Have you ever met these people who sit around? Maybe you've known them. I've known them. And they always want to talk to you about how they're going to therapy. And they got to go to therapy. I'm finding out about myself. Just shut up. You're just a human being. Get over it. These people who love to wallow in misery. Have you known these types? Have you known it? It's disgusting. By the way, I'm reading some great stuff right now, how, believe it or not, and this really is going to make people upset. But there's something to be said over the fact that there is something that is monumentally and crazily infantile. Well, how do I say this? Not infantile, but feminine. Femininity, the feminization of society is what's responsible for woke. Did you hear this one? Oh, this is fantastic. You see, I'm going to say something and nobody wants to hear this, but I'm going to try my best and I'm going to say it in a way that is where you will agree to it. Some will take offense because people love to take offense. But if you have been the slightest bit aware of anything, you will agree with me 100%. Let me see if I can explain this to you in a very nice way. In a very nice way, trying not to in any way hurt any feelings or. Let me see if I can explain this to you. There is a truth here which I would love to explain to people. Women are crazy. It's a matter of degree. Some are less crazy. Some are real crazy. Some are dangerously crazy. Some are mildly crazy. Women do not really get to be their peak perfection until they're much older, when they get rid of all this whatever it is. Now, I've said this before since the beginning of time. Men are stupid. It's a different story. Men are more Neanderthal. Men are crazy implies a degree of brilliance that you have to have in your world. Okay, if that makes any sense. Let me give you an example. I happen to Mrs. L and I were doing we're going to something. By the way, it's wonderful. We went to Time Warner. What is it called now? Is it called Time Warner? Deutsche Bank? But what is the mall called? See, to me, it's always time that. Okay. Shops at Columbus Circle. To me, it's a Time Warner Center. That's the way. That's what we call it. And we went there, and it was beautiful. You know, they've got this Christmas, and it's just great. So we happened to step into. Mrs. L had to get something, so we went into a Sephora. Now, Sephora is probably one of the most interesting places I've ever seen. First of all, the smell will just overwhelm you. And it's not a smell that's a good smell. It's an industrial smell of like industrial scents and fragrance. Plus, it is filled with the craziest people I think around there. And there is what regular, women are, put it this way. Let me say, when I say women are crazy, stop. Put them over here. When you get somebody who is either the effeminate, quote, not transgender, but the very femme, gay, made up, I mean, over the top eyeliners. Hello. This is a mental hospital. And yet, in that particular world, they say, oh, this is great. This is wonderful. These people are crazy. And what is it? It's an extension of what they believe to be feminine. That's the thing. There is no equivalent of, you can't go to a place that's like ultra, well, maybe. I don't know what would be ultra butch or ultra male. I don't know what that would be. What, X Delta Force people? I don't know. There really isn't anything, because there is no version of the hyper masculine counterpart to this. But it's nuts. It's crazy. Uber glam, artificially twinked out, just almost, this is a joke. It's a Broadway play. It's an exaggeration. It's a pageant of lunacy. all in this. I'm so dazzling. No, you're a clown. You look like a freak. You're silly. This this is this isn't this isn't feminine. This is I don't know what this is. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything. Think about that. There are people who take feminine, or what you think idealistically is feminine, and they tear it off. They tear off a page into this other world that is absolute insanity at the mall or at the wherever it is. And they walk around and you've got the music playing and you got the guys walking around with their doing their make. I mean, it's I'm just making notes, making notes. This is my observation. Wow. Wow. It really is something. Why? It is an offshoot of the same lunacy that gives us um what the hell's her name? Oh, Michelle Obama. I don't know if a man sat down and tried to say, you see, the essence of beauty of the black man. You would say, stop, hold it. What are you talking about? But she gets away with it because nobody has the guts to tell her, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? She made Vogue how many times? And Melania didn't get it one time, or as Victor Davis Hanson says, Melania. Everything she says, every line is coded in this familiar, sick, rancid, syrupy, saccharine tone of privileged discontent. I'm upset. Forever teetering, forever, wallowing between confession and lecture. She laments, she cries about unnamed forces that held her back. What? While standing at the pinnacle, the absolute apex of American cultural power. Can you believe this? It's nuts. And people listen, and she delivers grievances so vague, so cloudy, so incomprehensibly stupid that no one can pin down what the hell she's even talking about. What's the point? That's the part that blows my mind. What the hell is she talking about? Why do people encourage her? This is the thing which blows my mind. I live in a world where I'm constantly, again, fascinated. I told you about this. We came back from I airplanes and this is why I hate people. I don't know where I don't think I fit in anywhere. I don't think that's a question of fitting in. I don't think that's it. But Michelle Obama more than anything else. And what I'm trying to tell people is that you have a veritable smorgasbord of insanity here, and you're talking about this idea that some shall sees Big Mike. And by the way, you got to understand something, which is really important. A lot of people, how do I say this? They're really not they're not very clever. They this is like the same thing they say over and over again. They're not clever. It's just kind of mean spirited. But if you really spend some time, you could really enjoy it because she spews noise and it becomes worse, I guess, self important noise. And the message is never clear. And the theme is always the same. I guess it's the same. She's unhappy. And the rest of us are somehow responsible. You got to understand something. You're responsible for this. You're responsible for the fact that she's unhappy. It's your fault. You made her unhappy. And you sit there with this ridiculous look on your face where you seem to not care about this. I don't know what the hell's the matter with you. Don't you understand what you've done? You've made this woman unhappy. This and you're responsible. And she's beautiful. And you don't pay her enough attention. And it's all your fault. She's beautiful. She's black. Her hair's, all fucked up or something. I guess. And it's your fault. And you're supposed to listen to her. It just blows my mind. But yet, listen to what I'm about to tell you. Does anybody on the left ever talk about her? Does anybody on the left ever mock her? Nope. Anybody ever say anything bad about her? Never. We would be on the right or whatever the hell we are because we're mean. We just love, I mean, if you think the left is bad, we just love this. We will tear down our own. Anybody, whether it's Laura Loomer or whether, oh, you don't like Laura Loomer's face. Oh, Laura Loomer, she's funny looking. Everybody's funny looking. Everybody's funny looking. That's all we care about. Have you noticed that? It's the strangest thing. This is the part which is, I think, so fascinating to me as an observer of the human experience. And I will tell you this much. It seems so obvious to me what the problem is. And we live in a world where we just don't get it. And we're going to lose. But we don't care because we don't know, because we just love to just, I don't know, be right. To people, our sense of, I guess, I don't know what you want to call it, politics, is like some cable news comedy show. You know what I mean? It's like, let's just make fun of people. Let's just make fun of people and let's just be mean. And we don't really have anything to say. Now, I'm going to tell you a couple of things, and this is important for me to tell you, which is another thing. Michelle Obama is irrelevant, but yet she has an audience, I think. Why is that? Why do they maintain this? And why do we not understand how they work? How does this work? Because Michelle will tell you, you're responsible for whatever the hell it is that she's going through. And there's this, there's a strange, irony about Michelle Obama. She possesses, and occupies one of the cushiest perches in modern America. She thinks she's adored by the media. I think. Publishers throw money at her. Hollywood celebrates her as some kind of cultural sage or something. Netflix pays her family a fortune. I think maybe still. Raul says, it seems when she talks, no one is listening. Oh, I disagree. You may think that the left loves her. Somebody is listening. She commands lecture fees. They love her that normal Americans can't fathom. So, no, Raul, I thank you. Oh, no. Yet she appears determined to craft some kind of an identity built around struggle or angst or something. It's this theatrical suffering, this performative, oh my God. It's a performance of hardship that doesn't in any way even remotely match the reality that she inhabits, this world that she lives in. Americans can sense the disconnected. And the left, I guess, they're trying to get through the weak, but she's trying to get through her feelings. She's never had to work a day in her life. She doesn't know anything. When she speaks, she leans into this tone that suggests the nation somehow has mistreated her. And this is the thing I'm trying to tell you. This is what's important. But remember, make no mistake, the left does not betray her. I need 3,000 more likes. What's the matter with you people? They don't ever betray her. We turn on our own. Laura Loomer, Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes. I would say, oh, you don't like them? Good, I'm not saying anything. Who the hell cares whether somebody like Nick Fuentes? Let me ask you a question. I'm going to ask you a question. I've had a torn, like one of these lip things, where you, what am I trying to say? Like a cracked lip. It's like, it's a lip. Do you have any idea? And this is important. Do you have any idea of how we are so screwed up, so monumentally screwed up? Do you have any idea of how we are screwed up? Any clue, my friends? Anything? Any clue as to how bad we are? Do you understand how nobody seems to pay? Oh, are they listening because of loyalty? I don't know. That's a good question, Raul. I think they're listening because they just listen. I think they listen because, honest to God, I think they just have this sense of um almost like this command. Oh, it's hard to say this command uh, obeisance that they have to maintain. I don't know. But what I'm telling you is simply this. Do either of you does anyone here care about Nick Fuentes? I'm serious. I was reading this thing. It was very interesting. And there's all these folks. As you know, there are people who love to comment on the world of MAGA. Remember this, right? MAGA. Is MAGA falling apart? Is MAGA, well, hell no, they're not. MAGA's not falling apart. Well, what about Nick Fuentes? This is like New York Times. Who cares about Nick Fuentes? Do you think MAGA people deep down inside are going to say, well, I'm going to vote for a Democrat. Well, because of Nick Fuentes. And Nick Fuentes said some terrible things. Like, are you kidding me? Do you know anybody who cares about that? Do you really? Who cares about Marjorie Taylor Greene and Trump? Who? 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 I mean, you might say, "Well, I got an opinion," but are you going to say, "Oh, I'm going to leave. Well, I'm not going to vote for Trump anymore." Who are you going to vote for? Who? Gavin Newsom? No. So what difference does it make? Raul says Nick is entertaining until lunchtime. Whether you, I don't, I've heard him a few times. It's so whatever it is. So what? The left will hear somebody spewing nonsense about some pink-haired person with a barbell in their nose, talk about having, sex with children, and they don't say a word about it. But I'm supposed to denounce Nick Fuentes? Who the hell is Nick Fuentes? Well, he said terrible things about Jews. Okay. People have said terrible things about Catholics and white people. What am I supposed to do about this? Join the club, stand in line. What am I supposed to do? Oh, but he's anti-Semitic. Uh-huh. Okay. What am I supposed to do with it? Then don't listen to him. Am I the only one who gets this? Am I the only one who understands what's going on here? What are we doing? What are we talking about? This is the world that we live in. Look, let me just explain this to you, okay? And I love you to death, but I'm going to tell you the truth. The left is more together than anything you've ever seen. They don't buckle and they don't turn and they don't violate the, I guess, their, I guess you'd say they don't violate their plan, their duty, their fealty to their cause. The right, the worst. You don't like Marjorie Taylor Greene. You don't like Nick Fuentes. You don't like Ben Shapiro. You don't like Dinesh D'Souza. You don't like Steve Bannon. You don't like Roger Stone. You don't like Alex Jones. What the hell's going on here? Is this our team or not? Yeah, okay, different factions. Let me tell you something. We're going to lose everything. But in the meantime, as to tonight's theory or speech regarding Michelle Obama, Michelle, honey, keep it up. You're driving people nuts. Keep it up. Keep going. AOC, keep it up. Say things. Talk. Listen, Mamdani, he's really keeping up. Raul says the left is a well-oiled machine. You better believe it, my friend. Oh, you can make jokes all you want about it, but they never violate the rules. Okay? You got that? Good. So anyway, thank you, dear friends. Thank you, Raul. You're a good, good man. And thank you. Who is our good friend? Mr. Malloy, Rob Malloy, talking about Michelle's package. Seriously. Deep down inside, if I pulled you, you say, I don't really think about Michelle Obama, but it's just fun to get together and say terrible things because we're a bunch of spoiled brats picking our nose and that kind of thing. This is kind of the way we are, and I understand this. But the bottom line is simply this. We've got to get our shit together, and we don't have it anywhere near because we're wasting our time with a lot of stuff because our leadership is so splintered. And this Epstein thing, guess what? Nobody cares about Epstein. I know you're going to say, wait a minute. Oh, you might care about it, but not to punish Trump. You're not going to sit there and say, I'm not going to vote for Trump because of Epstein. No. Washington, Hollywood, everything is one pervert after another. You think Epstein's the worst one? That's the least of it. He's just somebody you know. Remember Cardinal Law? All of a sudden you had a name of all of the pederasty and the catamites and all this stuff that was going on in the Catholic Church. You had a name. That's all I'm going to say. Follow Mrs. L. Lynn's Warriors. Go and sign up now. She's better than ever. She did a piece. Oh, you got to see her with Nancy Grace. Ooh, those are good. Oh, the fireworks explode. So go see her, check her out at Lynn's Warriors on YouTube. Don't forget my other channel, my other legal channel called Lionel Legal. Got that? Make sure you like this, subscribe here. And don't forget the Black Friday special. Preparewithlionel.com. I'm going to tell you something. You're going to say, thank God I went online and reviewed preparewithlionel.com. Thank God. Okay? That's exactly what you're going to say. You were going to thank me for that. You were going to thank me for that because you're going to say, had I not been paying attention, it would have been over with. It would have been done. It would have been finished. Thank God. Preparewithlionel.com. All right? Okay. Make sure you stay subscribed. You never know when I'm going to pop up again. Thank you for being this. Thank you. And I know you agree with me. I know every one of you deep down inside agree with me. You're not going to say it because you don't want to admit that you agree with me because you know what I'm saying is right. I want to win. I care about one thing, us and our country. Everybody else can blow it out their ass. I don't care. I don't care about any of these people. I don't care about Nick Fuentes. I don't care. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Who cares? She's on The View. Good. What do I care about? We worry about such piddly nonsense. It never ceases to amaze me. All right, dear friends. Have a great and glorious day. I loves you. I loves you. We'll talk to you soon. Don't forget, until then, remember the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue you. Da-da.